Well, on May 24th, there were two new breakouts that took place at Pu'u'o'o. One was essentially a breakout right at the same vent source as has been feeding lava flows over the past 2 years. The other breakout was from a position a little bit further east on Pu'u'o'o, at a slightly lower elevation. And those two breakouts have fed flows, initially channelized, very beautiful channelized flows, a short distance downslope. Since those early days, the first few days of these new breakouts, activity has probably dropped in output and is not feeding channelized flows, but feeding just distributed pahoehoe flows over the surface close to where these two breakouts took place. So a channelized flow is one which is actually a river of lava. So you can see a clear lava stream which is advancing downslope, just moving or transmitting lava downslope. Often at the front of these you'll have flows or a rubbly flow that will be moving forward. But when the breakouts first took place, they were fed by several different channels that were coming out of the breakout point. These channels are simply it's lava flowing down this flank of Pu'u'o'o, and it's the path of least resistance. So it's high effusion rate flow that's moving very quickly downslope. But they're also not advancing very far. There's a lot of gas in this lava, a lot of yield strength, and so the flows may advance very quickly, but as soon as they reach the base, in this case, as soon as they reach the base of the slope of Pu'u'o'o, they quickly slow down and stall. These two flows are staying very close to their vent sources. They are essentially building low shields on the flank of Pu'u'o'o. They're traveling no more than, at this time, no more than 1 kilometer from their vent sources, and they're just repaving the same area over and over again. There's no threat to any structures downslope from these flows. So the map here puts the distance in perspective from where these breakouts are, following the steepest descent path. We're still talking the flow is something like almost 16 kilometers to the nearest housing development area, to the nearest structures. So from, Pu'u'o'o is down here at the lower left corner of this map. You can see where the two flows are in this area here, which are shown by the thermal imagery. And then from those flows, following the steepest descent path down slope in a straight line distance, it's something like 10 miles to get to the nearest structures. So it's a long way from houses at this time. When we fly and do our overflights of the volcano, one of the things that we do is collect, I'll say, a multitude of images of the flow, steep, aerial, oblique images of the flow, both with a regular camera and with a thermal camera. And then we use special software. It's called Structure from Motion software. It's the type of software it is. And we can combine those images into an orthorectified or a photomosaic of the lava flow. You can then import that image into a GIS program, what I have here, and then use that as a base on which to do the mapping of the flow. So on this map, if I zoom in, you can see a couple of things. One is in the foreground. This is a thermal image made from our overflight, which shows the heat from the lava flows. And then we can simply trace around the heat to actually generate a map. The same token, I also have images that I create from the actual cameras that do the same thing. So we use these overlaid images to create the maps that we use that are displayed on our website.